Hey, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to play a clean and perfect game on Darius and high elo. And let's get started with the item build. Gonna talk with about the rune spells, and then maybe I'm gonna show you in a practice mode some combos really quick before we hop right into the gameplay. So, for the core items, it's gonna be Trinity Force, gives you HP, AD, attack speed, ability haste, and also the Spellblade passive, which will do tons of damage. Then Deadman's Plate for armor, HP, and most importantly, for the extra movement speed. Proto build for the cheesy gap close. You can also go for Glory to run people down, but usually Proto build is pretty sexy too, because you can Proto build, Apprehend, so you can Proto build and then hook, or you can first ability Proto build to reach people. Then Starrock's Gauge gives you HP, AD, and the Lifeline passive, which is gonna give you a lot of HP. So, very good item for any bruiser. Then we're gonna go for the Guardian Angel, attack damage, armor, and the revive. Next item, Spirit Visage, gives you HP, ability haste, magic resistance, and also increased healing. Especially on Darius' first ability, that's pretty neat. You could also go for Force of Nature for even more movement speed, if you guys don't want that extra healing. Another option instead of Black Cleaver would be... instead of Trinity Force would be Black Cleaver. Less damage, but overall makes you even more tanky. But if you guys want to be or do more damage, go for that Trinity Force. And early game, if you play against Fiora, for example, I would recommend you guys to just get the Brumble Vest into Ninja Tabai or plated steel caps. That's pretty good. And in this game, I think I'm gonna start with the Ruby Crystal, because it's just gold value wise, that's so good in the early game. And then afterwards, you can decide between getting Deadman's Plate or just gonna go into Trinity Force, and then you finish the Ruby Crystal into your Deadman's Plate. So that's how you can play it. For the runes, we go for Conqueror, that's a must-have. Only time I would go Fleet is against Fiora, otherwise go for Conqueror. Triumph is very good for extra healing when you're low life and extra damage when the opponent is low. You could go for Champion if you're aggressive, or Brutal for the early game. Carapace for the early game. Hunter's Titan for matchups or in general where you need the tenacity against crowd control. Otherwise, against matchups like Fiora, you can go for Second Wind for the extra healing, and also Sweet Tooth for more healing and more gold. But yeah, that's what I'm using usually. Triumph, Carapace, and Sweet Tooth. For the spells, I'm gonna go for Barrier Flash, because you can bait people a lot with the Barrier instead of the Ignite. Obviously you can go Ignite, but that's very aggressive. And Barrier feels like very good to bait people, lure them in, they think they can win. You activate Barrier, you get your 5 stacks, you use ultimate, and then you just beat them. So that's it, and let's go into practice. So I try to show you some combos really quick. It's basically just 3 combos that you need to know. The first one is Flash Apprehend or Apprehend Flash. The next one is Proto build Apprehend. No, show me 2 fingers. And then the next one is gonna be S1 into Proto build. So those are your 3 tips you need to know. I think I need to reset the camera right here. Wait a second. It's very simple. So the first thing is Proto build into Apprehend. So you can use Proto build, boom, catch people off guard. Let's put in cooldown. Another one is you use Apprehend and then you flash at the same time. Oops. What am I doing? Okay, like this. I think it's better if you just focus the target and then you do like this. Instead of aiming like I just did, you just press E and then flash. Yeah, that's easier. You just lock the target like this, and then you can E-flash. That's easier actually, yeah. Instead of dragging yourself like this, you just use E-flash when you have the target locked. And then the other one is S1 like this, and now I'm gonna combine it with Proto build to reach him like this. Like, let's say we are at 4 stacks, You try to chase, they're running away, you use S1 and flash, or S1 flash works as well, like this. Ah, true, S1 flash, that's something you can do as well. And S1 protobelt, like this, boom boom, pull them, 5 stack, So those are the combos you basically need to do. And like I said, this one is easier if you just do it without aiming. Like if you're aiming like this, it might be tricky because if you're too slow on using this, it might not work. Like you need to be quick. So if you just E-flash immediately instead of aiming yourself, that's way easier actually. Like you just need to lock the target correctly. As you guys can see, the target lock is on the dummy, and then you just E-flash like this. Yeah, way easier than aiming yourself. Like if I aim like this, then I need to drag the flash really quickly as well. See, it works, but it's not as consistent. This aim correctly and no. Okay, that's committed, and let's hop right into the gameplay. Okay, let's continue. Let's go into the game. We're gonna play against Wukong. I think we're just gonna start Ruby because it's one of the best starting items that you can go for on the Darius. In the competitive, literally every Darius just starts with a Ruby crystal because it just gives you so much value to tank. Like, it gives you HP to tank longer, so it's easier for you in a 1v1 to get those 5 stacks. Like, you don't necessarily need the longsword for the extra damage. Just having that extra ruby crystal will enable you to get 5 stacks more easily in a 1v1. And 5 stacks is... the Noxus Might is just gonna give you so much damage. So what's important as a Darius, you want to get 5 stacks. And you can only do it by targeting one person in a team fight. So if you target one person, you need to keep running that person down. Because if you go for a different person, you won't get any stacks. Okay, try not to shove the wave in the early game, definitely. If you just S1 and try to harass him, you're gonna shove the wave. He dashes in. He took a lot of damage and we heal back. It's fine. Remember, we have the barrier to bait him. That's... knowing the limit of Darius is pretty key. Knowing how much you can tank with a barrier. We do have the upper hand right here. Boom, boom. He used his clone, so I'm just gonna focus him right here. We do have the barrier, and now look at the Noxus Might damage. He will burn. Like, I knew... the moment I get the Noxus Might, I will do so much damage, and then I can use Barrier to survive. And we have the Triumph to heal back up. And even though he has the Barrier, remember, our passive does dot damage over time. For every auto attack you do on them, you can stack your passive on them, and then you will do even more damage over time. So I knew, because I had Noxus Might, he's gonna pretty much bleed to death because of our passive. And that's knowing the maximum amount of damage you can tank. And he totally underestimated our passive and the Noxus Might. Gonna clear the wave and just gonna reset, gonna shove the wave right here. Because we can get 2 items. Actually, I think what I should have done is maybe go for Proto build. But I think I'm gonna go for Phage into Sheen for even more damage. Because with the Proto build, Tabai, I can just run him down pretty easily. But at least with this one, I will have so much damage. I will get Trinity pretty quickly this game. Free trade, getting 3 stacks on him, taking a lot of damage already. Let's see, he should have his barrier soon. And he can heal up on the minions, that's kind of annoying. So I'm trying to find the opening to dive him. He's taking another free S1. I'm gonna put him right here. He activates his clone. Whee. I'm trying to find the right opening to dive him right here. Waiting for my next hook. If he goes in. Okay, he's gonna go in. Okay, let's not use our ultimate on the clone. I think he's gonna go back in, but he's underestimating that we still have barrier. We do still have barrier, so we can bait him. He doesn't have ultimate, we still have our ultimate, and we still have barrier. While he already used his barrier. I think I could have went in more aggressively, but I wasn't sure. Okay, he's gonna in right here. We have ultimate and barrier. I'm just gonna dive him. Boom, ultimate, and he's just gonna burn. Like, you don't necessarily need to finish off people with the ultimate if they're just gonna die to the passive burn or to the passive damage over time. And in the matchup against Wukong, you need to be kind of careful about not wasting your ultimate onto the clone. So I'm always waiting for the clone to be out, and then I'm gonna fully commit. Otherwise, you're like, oh, I got 2 stacks or 3 stacks, but he's gonna use the clone, and so you're gonna hit the ultimate onto the clone instead. So you need to be really cautious that you don't waste your ultimate onto the clone. Gonna shove the wave in like this, and then I'm gonna join the team fight if we are gonna fight. And as Darius in the team fights, you want to play front to back. What does it mean? You focus the first person, try to get the Noxus Might, and then the moment you get Noxus Might, you will just do tons of damage. Kill him with the ultimate, get the reset, and then you just run them down. So in teamfights, don't chase for the backline, always go for the first person in the teamfight. Boom. Ultimate, we get the reset. I think I should have flashed and followed Wukong. Get one auto attack and then ultimate, and then he dies. Flash, I'm gonna chase this guy down, and we get those kills. Good roam by us. And we're also winning the... Is it Cloud Dragon? It's Cloud Dragon, right? That's why I'm moving for the team fight. Because it's Cloud Dragon. Cloud Dragon on Darius is very important. So it's more easily for you to chase people in team fights. And you don't get kited by people. I think this is the most important dragon for Darius. Because if the opponents get Cloud Dragon, it's very hard for you to chase people down or run people down. Or even reach them with your apprehend. This is literally the most important dragon for Darius. And that's why I joined. Actually, Darius is like one of those champions that really benefit from joining into dragon team fights. Because you can pop up so crazy in team fights. Fighting. Have my Protobelt. My Protobelt. Hook them both. Get that kill. Ultimate. I think I ultimated the clone. No, I didn't use ultimate on the clone, but it wasn't enough. Unlucky. I feel like some people will flame me for not using my ultimate for the perfect reset, but honestly, it doesn't matter as long as we secure the kill. And if the passive is just gonna burn him down anyways, it's fine. You don't necessarily need to wait for the perfect ultimate execution if you can just burst the opponent down. And then your passive is just gonna do the rest. Okay, 4 stacks. You still have the barrier. And then risky, I'm just gonna reset right here and get the Deadman's Plate. Yeah, I'm not gonna chase. I'm resetting, trying to defend my top lane. Actually, in this game, you can see I'm roaming a lot as a Darius. I have 3k gold, I'm just taking top wave, taking mid wave, trying to roam and help my teammates out. Because I feel like Darius is one of those champions that is very good at being a super carry in teamfights. And he's not the greatest split pusher, so you always want to join teamfights usually. Especially with the Deadman's Plate, your rotation is really strong, or really good. Clear the wave, rotate with the Deadman's Plate, clear the mid wave together, and then try to help teamfights or join teamfights. Or try to come for the flank or something. Right now they're all bot lane. I'm like, oh, let's clear mid wave and then go back top wave. So much gold for me. It's all in my pocket, boys. And he would have lost the cannon minion if I didn't win there. So farming up a lot. Look at my gold lead. I have a 3k gold lead from rotating. Even though I rotate that much and I'm not farming every minion wave, I'm just getting so much gold from soaking experience from all lanes. But I'm obviously not soaking it when my mid laner is there. My mid laner was bot lane, so I decided to take it. Mid fight. I'm gonna pro the belt into apprehend to reach this guy and kill him. S1 flash, we hit him. 2 stacks, 3 stacks. Not barely. Look, he's so low. He's like literally 1%. It's very unlucky. Like I thought 3 stacks ultimate might be enough to kill him, and he might die to the burn damage or the damage over time from our passive, but literally I think he had like 1 HP. After the damage over time from our passive, he probably was 1 HP. Very lucky on his part. Okay, mid lane is gonna get defended by our Twisted Fate, so I'm just gonna go for the bot wave. I have a 4k gold lead onto the enemy Wukong. Actually, you guys know what's funny about this? This Wukong is a Grandmaster one-trick pony. He has like 500 games on Wukong. So it's not like this guy is auto-filled onto Wukong. This guy is actually a Wukong main. Ooh, they're chasing me down. Woo! 3 stacks, gonna dash away. I'm super low. He's gonna try to use his spear. I'm gonna try to dodge out by dodging it. Look, I'm super low, but blue buff is gonna kick in super soon. And I'm gonna regen a little bit back. My teammates are gonna come, so I'm just gonna join for the kill steal. Let's go. Godlike. See, we got 3 kills right here. Just gonna go for the turret. 7 for 2. I'm gonna hook him. Boom boom. Oh, it's not enough. Why, Lulu? Why? Actually, kinda. I feel like I'm gonna get flamed for the ultimates. I feel like you guys are just gonna flame me for the ultimates. It's bad, man. Oh, darkbreaker, you could have done the ultimates way better. You missed so many ultimate resets. Sad. Obviously, I could have tried for more gameplays, because this is literally the first gameplay I played Darius in a while. So I was like, nah, it's already good enough. Do I really need to go for a second or third gameplay to get the, oh my god, insane MVP? I think I played this game pretty clean. Obviously, could have done maybe I could have done a few ultimates a bit better, so I get the reset perfectly. But overall, like laning phase, rotation wise, I think we did pretty good. And we have a 6k gold gap on Wukong, so it's top gap city, boys. That's all good enough. Boom. Oh, the Zonias. Okay, you're gonna flash out. Let's hook this guy. Ultimate, it's still not enough. It's so fucking sad, man. It's so fucking sad, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the game. We're gonna end right here, I guess. Put it out, boom, and we get that kill. That's it for the Darius gameplay. Hope you guys still enjoyed it. I think overall, a pretty clean game. Did a solid job overall, and yeah, some ultimates. Not insane, oh, ultimate. We get the quad kill or something, but hey, clean game is a clean game. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye bye.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.